Your game start now.
And we're back with Malaysia weather all around. Look at the skies and the sun just greeting us with beaming smiles. Next up on the menu, we have power snacks from all around the world, literally comprised of 6 countries. And next Sunday, a pickup team from Singapore in the women's upper bracket semi-final.
And if you're just tuning in, welcome. And if you have just been resting and not really been checking in since day one, welcome back. And right now, we are looking at the women's divisions as mentioned by my fellow commentator Brian. And it is in fact Powersnacks against next Sunday, and it is day 2 of the Trio Invitational. And right now, these teams is looking really hot right now as we are in the semi-finals. And so whether or not one team wins and one team loses, we will in fact be back to commentate for the women's finals. And one of these teams shall move forward to fight for the golden medal. So right now, it looks like Powersnacks with the disc. So I would say next Sunday would be the first to start off the play. Now, as mentioned by my friend Brian here, he mentioned that it was an international pickups team, this Powersnacks, and they're across 6 countries, and I'm going to name them here. We have the United States, we have Singapore, Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. So we're looking at an extremely diverse group of girls here today. And as mentioned, it is getting really, really hot out here. And we are just so excited that all of you can join us, even if you're back home with your air cons blowing. But right now here, it is hot at Putrajaya. And we're just so excited for the game that is to come.
To those players who haven't had your breakfast, please redeem your breakfast at the foyer area.
Powersnacks with the first pull to get us underway in the upper bracket semi-final for the women's division. This will be interesting to see the chemistry next Sunday as they come from clubs all across Singapore. Some very great person-to-person defense from Powersnacks. Going down the open side. Just flipping the field and the score. Next Sunday on the board already.
I mean, just fantastic play really. We see this team moving so patiently around. There was many passes there, but they were really, really patient in moving it slowly across the field. And finally, look at that, just really easy put there. And with the one-handed catch there. I mean, look at that replay there. The pass setting it all up and the assist. I mean, both these teams are, let's just say, really, really good at the moment. They've won their quarterfinals respectively, and now they are facing each other off to reach the grand finals of the women's division.
This is a unique situation where both teams are actually pickup teams. One is just all across Singapore, one all across the world. I mean, 6 countries, right? All the way in the US, Japan, Philippines represented, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. And how did they all come together? This is all because of their captain, who has been playing for about 9 years internationally now. just garnering and collecting friends all around the world across her ultimate journey. And she wanted to have these ladies play alongside her instead of against her now. And we see a turnover. What a run-through block.
I mean, fantastically done there by next Sunday. And look at them not even missing a beat here as the offense is moving quickly. Look at these ladies here on the field today. Once again, the person-to-person defense here employed by Powersnacks. There we go. Swinging it across. And what a block there. Right into the arms of a waiting Powersnacks defender. And they have a chance to redeem here. Looking to equalize the score. Fakes the huck. Still goes long though. Finds it. Crossfield. And another one. Going all the way down there. And this. Oh. Wow, what a bid, but she can't quite make it there, and there's even the apology there. That was a fantastic effort by Powersnacks. Just look at that angle of the forehand.
2 crossfield blades back to back. That was a very good effort by Powersnacks. Towing the line by next Sunday. Perhaps just a little wide.
And there, once again, Powersnacks looking to find their first score here. Just about 10 minutes into the game. And there it is. Back again somehow to next Sunday. Who go for the swing. Find it. They're trying to unclog traffic here, looking for some open space. Finds it. Neatly done. And there seems to be a collision between two Powersnacks players. And the pick is called, and we return back to play. All right, next Sunday with the disc. Goes for the break. A bit too obvious maybe. She was already kneeling on one knee, but there we have it. Offense back again in the hands of Powersnacks. And look at that high release backhand there for the break. Wow, and the huck coming out. Looking good. And it's defended by next Sunday. Well done there. Easily taken, and the offense is back again in the hands of next Sunday, looking to double their lead.
What a grab. Number 4 laying out full horizontal. Just down the line, threading it. Towing the line for the score. Next Sunday up by 2. Let's take a look at that reset. And the backhand outside in. Placed it beautifully for her teammate.
And in the opening next Sunday, take the quick 2-point advantage on Powersnacks. They're going to have to switch it up here. There have been quite a few turnovers, I have to say, in these opening 10 minutes of the match. But who knows? Things could get hotter from here. And it doesn't look like the weather is pulling back. The full force of the sun seems to be upon these players on Malaysian soil.
Powersnacks having a go at it again. Handlers looking for options downfield. Sees one deep. Almost getting it there. And yet another turnover by Powersnacks. Number 1 just getting it down line. Number 4 setting it deep. Kelly with the lefty cheeky pass and a score. What a beautiful layout. The crowd here is going wild.
I mean, these ladies are just so on point here. Next Sunday, doing so well on a Sunday. I mean, it's just fantastic. Look at them there. Look at it go. And the layout score there. Not quite first. Holds it back. And there we go. Sends it. I think this was setting it all up. What a great catch here from number 22. Runs it down. Gets it.
I think what they're trying to tell us is they perform every Sunday, including the next Sunday and the next Sunday. They are definitely bringing us the heat this Sunday.
I mean, Brian, you're absolutely right. And it looks like we're moving to a heat break, which the weather here has been just ruthless on these fantastic players today. And right now, we'll be taking a heat break for a few minutes now to let them rest and hydrate. Meanwhile, we can see a few things about this team at the moment. We're looking at Powersnacks here. We've mentioned that they're all friends with the captain who has been to all these countries and putting up this ragtag team of ladies here. And it seems that they've been playing against each other a lot of times now at the international stage. And it's just they're really happy now. They've told us to be playing together finally and not to play against one another. And I think this Malaysian tournament has just been the chance to bring individual countries together. We were looking at Baitu, a team that we commentated for day 1 yesterday. They were also made up of many teams all across India and Bangladesh, Chennai, just to name a few, and it was just fantastic. They were so happy to come to join this trio invitational and come together as a team. Finally, not against each other as nemesis on the field, but as partners, teammates. And Powersnacks is just one of those teams, and they're down by 3, but we're looking for a strong fight for them here, using that heat break not just to rest and hydrate, but perhaps an opportunity to regather their strategy. But I mean, just absolutely well done here for next Sunday. What do you think, Brian?
Well, definitely next Sunday bringing up the intensity of this tournament, up by 3 already in the first 15 minutes. That is just insane. At the semi-final level, these two teams are definitely not short on any international performances, where Powersnacks have half of them actually have international experiences under their belts. Next Sunday is no stranger to the international scene as individuals.
And it looks like the heat break is ending very shortly as the teams are back on the field. It has been an uphill battle so far for Powersnacks, with a few very unfortunate turnovers here. Well, we're hoping to see them grab their first point here as they start the offense. And there we have it, next Sunday with the pool. There we go, Powersnacks moving up already. There we go, the long hug immediately going forward. But not quite on the money, just right there on the right. And they'll have to reconvene. There's a thumbs up there. Perhaps a bit too much angle on that throw there to send it out. But all good because they are ready for defense. These girls look ready. And they're seeing if there's a call at the moment. Alright, there's none. And Powersnacks are back once again on the offense. They just need one pass there if they're patient. Looking for options. There we go. And just one more. Oh, goes for the high release. Oh, and unfortunately spills it. Next Sunday here, looking for a quadruple here. Definitely looks at lots of players moving deep already. Just leaving 3 players here on the screen. Puts on a reset. Goes for the big option, but there's a pick call. Can see that many of the team members are involved in this call, but let's move on here. Next Sunday and a D. Such a clean D here from Powersnacks. And one more time looking for their first point of the game. Sending it forward. Resets.
What a beautiful layout D in midfield by Next Sunday. Goes long, just in between the 2 players. Great effort by Next Sunday on that defense right just now. Let's watch it again. Just shy.
I mean, I think Next Sunday has done really well in the counter offense. They're just so close to sealing their 4th point of the match. I think Powersnacks really have to be eager here, hungry, as the name suggests, to move on. And there goes the high, and is taken by Next Sunday, and she fakes the hammer. And there she sends it right through, and it's a layout D here from Powersnacks as well. I think there's just layout Ds on all sides. What do you think about that, Brian?
Told you they were turning up the heat. Both teams just bring their A game. And a timeout is called just to recompose themselves. We saw 3 layouts in like the past minute. And for those just tuning in, welcome to the second day of the Trio Invitational. You're currently watching the women's upper bracket semi-final match between Powersnacks from across 6 countries and Next Sunday from all across Singapore.
I mean, it has been a game so far, and we're watching Next Sunday there really putting on the pressure for Powersnacks. And you can see whether it's been Hark's layouts, there have been plenty of layouts there. Whether they caught, whether they're not caught, it has been a diverse game, truly. But really excited that all players are putting their best to make this semi-final a great one here today. Alright, and that ends the timeout, and the team Powersnacks look ready to go. Still hungry for their first point of the match.
Attention to all, attention to all. Powersnacks is now giving around. There are dried fruits and dried snacks for everyone else to try. Powersnacks is now giving around. There are dried snacks for everyone else to try. Sun's out. Hydrate and replace your sweat loss by drinking the PWR and lactic hydration. You can get in the orange jug in the water station.
One of the younger players picking up this. They have players comprising of all ages and experiences as well. Some of them are from the Asia Oceanic All-Stars. Some just came back from AOBUC last month and perhaps the World Beach Ultimate Championship last year. Some are making their international debut. So this is a mix of experience, mix of ages, but nonetheless, everyone is a threat.
I mean, yeah, a diverse group of players is always fantastic. Everyone in bringing their individual kind of backgrounds from their individual teams, putting in some extra spicy flair to the team. It's just fantastic seeing Powersnacks play so far. That was a good put there, but I think aerial-wise, next Sunday have been winning the battles.
We have Pucha.com presenting their scrumptious snacks and drinks. Ultia with their exquisite coffee and smooth, offering delicious plant-based protein yogurt. Professional physical therapy services from both Brazil and the finest birds from KL. Feel free to check them out and enjoy the best in wellness, flavor, and community in this event.
Alright, and it goes right back into the hands of Powersnacks. Happy that was resolved. Very, very amicably. And look at that. Alright, puts one onto the break. Looking long. Keeping it tight here from next Sunday. Not even missing a beat there. And they find some open space. One more pass needed here. Patience from Powersnacks is essential. Unable to flip the field here. They're looking for options. Oh, and a spill there with a low throw. Unfortunate here. This has been pretty long points so far. And as Abi calls it, a marathon point. And we are putting these players to the test in the heat. And now next Sunday, again on the offense.
It has been quite a point of turnovers, which looks a bit odd considering that they were very clean in the first 3 points. Next Sunday moving very quickly up the line. Just looking to punch it in. Just shy of the goal line. Front cone scores! Next Sunday up by 4.
These players are certainly giving it all. And I think you mentioned, Brian, yesterday that it certainly has become a trend now where you just pop right into the face of your thrower at the end zone just to get that quick dish there. Just fantastic right now, and I think that next Sunday has been doing great. Athletically, the players are top notch here. We see lots of throws into space, lots of throws right into the hands of the thrower, and they have been making no mistakes here. And I think Powersnacks are really being pushed here, having scored no points yet in the first 25 minutes of this game. But who knows? We're not even at halftime yet, and there's still plenty of room to see Powersnacks give us their best. After all, we are looking for that global flavor from this team. Here we go again. They have another chance to put their name on the board here. Alright. No ladies moving deep yet, as they're kind of playing it under so far. There we go. Oh, and some unders again. They get it. And there we go, the long throw here, and it's looking good, and she gets it. And the very first point for Powersnacks. You can look at the relief of their face as they finally put a point on the board. Looking real happy there. We see the high fives, all smiles here. And I'm liking the spirit of this team. Not put it back, and they look like they're saying, yeah, this is our game now. The momentum has come to us, and you can just look at that decision there. She winds up there for the forehand flick. Just wonderful, right into the hands of the catcher there. Winds up, sends it. I mean, just well executed all over.
Next Sunday, look ready to go again, and the next point, look ready to grind. Six points of the game. What do next Sunday have up their sleeves? Powersnacks throwing some kind of zone to contain the offense. Just multiple quick passes just to move the defense side to side.
I mean, Brian, I certainly think it's refreshing to see Powersnacks trying something different here in terms of defense.
I mean, they couldn't stop the person-to-person offense, right? So I assume they needed to try something a little bit different just to see what happens. And they almost got that block. But next Sunday, composed as always. Just gaining little yards. Just trying some cheeky hops. And they get it. Inch by inch, marching down the field, getting their 5th point of the game.
And you can see that fist pump celebration there as their team get the point. I mean, it's just wonderful here. Another real tight squeeze here by next Sunday. And it's just fantastic to see these players putting it out there all here. I mean, look at that. Tries to make for the hop. And then just look at that. She cuts forward and gets it. Just amazingly done here. And sometimes it's the short passes is all you need for a point. Long hug, short pass. A score is a score. And next Sunday keep their 4-point lead ahead of Powersnacks.
I repeat, Madras Banal, Waffle Town, Arnold's, Quick Show, Malaysia Hot Wheels, Flash, Pancake, Hardcore Ultimate, Ultiasia, by 2, Healy's Man, Vikings. Please key in your
As of currently, since the sun is smiling brightly on all of us here in Cyberjaya, Malaysia, every 3 points, teams are required to take a heat break. This is so that we do not run into any emergencies or any mishaps that may possibly occur due to the severe heat.
I mean, really, when it comes down to it, to me, this game has really been a show of finesse from these ladies. These players here have been showing amazing amounts of athleticism here with these chops, these sudden runs, the layouts, the layout defense. Just simply amazing here, and it seems to be the end of the heat break. And we move very quickly to what could be a 6 point for next Sunday or a 2nd point for Powersnacks. And it appears that Powersnacks will now be on the offense, looking to get their 2nd point and close down the score and get that reduce the lead that next Sunday have on them by 3.
The girls from Singapore are just so resilient. Even with the heat break, they're still under the sun, actually, as you can see on the screen. But no complaints from them. They just keep going on, moving forward, playing as hard as they possibly can.
I think the zone defense was certainly more effective. Seeing them play just now, there certainly was a bit of a stutter to the momentum from next Sunday. And there was even almost a block there, Brian, as you mentioned, but couldn't quite get it. Once the zone defense was broken, it was hard to get back, and next Sunday just capitalized. And we're hoping for something different here, looking at Powersnacks right after the heat break, a chance for them to reconvene and re-strategize.
Look at that rundown block, not allowing any free first passes. And forces a layout grab already. Powersnacks is quickly flipping the field, and there is a pick call. Now, while we sort some confusion out, I would like the viewers to pay attention to the numbers on next Sunday and try to guess what they mean. Feel free to enter in the chat box what do you think they represent.
And now back again to Powersnacks. And a really open break there. Can't quite make it. Go for the open side instead. There, another open side throw. Signals for her for the reset and dishes it out. Catches it with a roll. And the high release. Oh, and that was so close there from next Sunday. Really turning up the heat in defense there. There we go. The give and go here from Powersnacks. Goes long. Oh, and the layout grab there. You can see her put her hands on her head in frustration. Gets the hand on it, but doesn't quite get the catch. Let's just look at that throw there. And then just one more, and there we have it. Oh, just doesn't quite make it.
Oh, that's it. I feel that Powersnacks are finally getting their rhythm on. Smoother cuts, smoother resets, getting to understand the team better. And barring these both being pickup teams, they definitely do not look like any inexperienced team. Just an unfortunate back-to-back throwaways due to miscommunication. Right outside Powersnacks end zone. Next Sunday, picking up this, marching up the field. Looking for options. Takes the bit and gets it.
I mean, there's been a lot of tumbling players today, but I think it has been so far steady points coming in from next Sunday's side. But I definitely agree with you, Brian. We're seeing Powersnacks kind of turn up the heat a little bit. They're finding their rhythm here in the middle of the game. Certainly great passes, but unfortunate turnovers here. Certain passes here that might have accidentally been throwaways. But overall, seeing an improvement here from Powersnacks.
Always great seeing opponents high-five each other, just respecting the game, upholding the spirit. I mean, there's no harm cheering on your teammate, right?
I agree, and it's even more refreshing to see this at such a high level. You know, we can really make all these players an example for our own, for anybody who plays Ultimate Frisbee, or in fact any sport. I think respect really is the most important thing when we are getting to the sport we love. There we go. It looks like next Sunday really has the lead on this, and Powersnacks really has a mountain to climb here in trying to close that gap. Five points, but we're not yet at halftime. Not impossible. We can look at the huddle from Powersnacks. Look at all these teams, these faces from different nations. Just fantastic to see the global outlook that Frisbee has been having on the world, bringing players together from all walks of life, living in many, many different countries. And Powersnacks ladies are back at it again, looking to find their second point that has eluded them for the past 10 minutes.
Next Sunday, going through the rotation of all their women for the score. Each of these scores are scored by unique players. Powersnacks looking deep. Moving very smoothly down the field. Are we looking at our second score? There we go. Powersnacks clocking the second point in.
I mean, what do we think, Brian? We definitely thought that momentum had shifted at least slightly in favor of Powersnacks, and boy, were we proven right here. Look at these girls' patience there, the signal to move up line. And there we have it, the up line absolutely given, and she takes the easy score on the open side. I mean, the patience here has been absolutely great from these girls today.
Beijing for captains of Fixture, Flash and City Batman. Captains of Fixture, Flash and City Batman. We come to the command post. Beijing for captains of City Batman, Flash and Fixture. And on field, Josh, where are you? Oh. Quick show. Quick show, Captain. Anyone? Oh, okay, thank you.
Powersnacks launches one deep. That was an amazing pull. And right into the hands of the defender. Powersnacks just giving and going, finding some flow. Steps over for the break side. None given. Unmarked on the open. Just blades it beautifully for the third. And they reduce their gap to only 3.
I mean, look at these ladies here. We can see lots of spicy throws there. There was that high backhand break there. And it's looking really, really, really good here. It's really hot on the field, but these players are looking hot too with their throws. Just absolutely perfect here. Goes for that simple cut upward, and look, it just works. And definitely, as we were saying, the momentum seems to have shifted in favor of Powersnacks here, who are getting into their groove. There we have it, the high fives, the fist pumps. And next Sunday have to tighten up their defense if they want to stop this shot and burst of energy that's radiating currently from the play of Powersnacks. And now we're having a heat break. The weather has been relentless today. But currently now we're giving all these players who have been in the sun right now a rest to hydrate, of course.
Just to provide you all some fun stats. Angelique, the captain of Powersnacks, is currently leading the entire stat list for the division in in assists and goals combined, with 10 goals to her name and 16 assists. And not far from there, in third, we have Faith, who is on 13 goals and 2 assists. Man, they are just scoring powerhouses, aren't they?
I mean, absolutely. Angelique Cortez here has put even 2 assists already in this game out of the 3 that has been scored so far. She is really putting in the work, breaking down power, really breaking down the next Sunday defense right here.
Let's not forget next Sunday, coming in second and fourth is Amanda with 8 goals and 11 assists respectively. Christine with 10 goals and 5 assists. These 2 teams make up the top 4 names in the entire stats in the division.
And it's great now looking into this half that we haven't seen too many hucks going out. Just maybe some long throws in the midfield, but ultimately short passes to end the score. Certainly really, really well done from all players on both sides here. And now Powersnacks here looking to end the gap that they have between next Sunday. And they're going to have to set a defense, and we'll see if they're going to put up that zone again.
Now for those who are maybe perhaps new to Ultimate, if you're wondering what these funny hand signals are, it is to better communicate what the call is and why is there stoppage down the entire field, because some may not be able to shout across end to end. It was a nifty forehand flick, high release, but unfortunately didn't convert. And here we see a cross-field floater. Anybody on the other end? Yes, and it's not part one of their team. It's next Sunday coming up with the disc. Next Sunday coming in hot. Next Sunday, just taking a breather. And into the lane of the defender. Great D by Wan Yong from Powersnacks. And just a little over. Oh, that was close. These girls just never give up on the disc, don't they? Oh, just a little fumble.
And like you said, Brian, they really don't give up on the disc.
There was 3 passes to herself. And here we see just streaking out the lane, and the defense had a hand in it.
I mean, what can I say here? Powersnacks are looking stronger by the second. And the momentum, as I mentioned, certainly shifted. But we cannot take away that whole 3-point gap that they have. Great throw in. And they're moving up so quickly down the field. Options. There's a good signal. Oh, and unfortunately, the spill.
Nerves kicking in.
Absolutely, I think they're feeling the adrenaline course through their veins. And next Sunday here, looking to increase to a 4-point gap. Ladies in this neat vertical stack here, taking their time running out. You get some in cuts, but goes for the wide swing. And there's a deep run and an in cut. Both rejected, but goes for the break instead. Lots of space and the layout. Wow!
The crowd goes absolutely wild here. Can they connect?
Oh!
Is that an in or an out?
Definitely an amazing play here from next Sunday, but it seems to be out of bounds. What a play there. The layout followed by a layout.
Superb effort from number 9. Oh, I'm sorry, number 19.
And we're right back off. Powersnacks leaving no room for and another dive and another miss. Next Sunday, quick again. And there's a call.
Now I'm beginning to wonder that perhaps maybe those heat breaks may have broken the momentum set by Powersnacks. And they've just been churning out some uncharacteristic turnovers, some sloppy plays. And next Sunday is looking to capitalize on it.
Definitely the heat, unfortunately, there's no choice. But here, all of us here at Chua Invitational do not want anyone to be burning up, getting sick from the heat. And heat breaks are just so crucial in keeping everyone safe and healthy. But these are also opportunities to break momentum with certain players, and we're just not sure where the momentum is going now. Both teams making certain mistakes here and there, turnovers here and there, but it's still looking good here as next Sunday hold on to the disc. Looking real tight here. One more throw is all they need. Do they take it? And they do. Wide open next Sunday with the 7th score.
7 for Sunday. Beautiful up the line. Totally unmarked. Number 14 just absolutely burning her defender deep. Securing that point for her team. And that brings us to halftime.
And welcome back. And next Sunday is starting off with the pool. And if you just tuned in, it is Powersnacks from all over the world, and next Sunday from Singapore, with the score at 3-7, 20 minutes left on the clock. And right now the sun has been shining on Putrajaya here, all the way in the capital of Malaysia. And look at that long throw all the way there. Oh, so unfortunate as the throw just goes wide there. Definitely one of the many hucks that Powersnacks have tried to go through the ranks of next Sunday, but unfortunately just out of reach. And you can look at the replay there, just misses it by inches.
exhibition teams. Attention to all open
Next
division
Sunday
teams.
with the quick give and
Our
goes.
ulti score is now updated. Our ulti score is now updated.
This beautiful execution by Next Sunday. Just floating it deep for the receiver. Using the height to their advantage. That was a good heads-up play.
You see some cheeky disc waggling and finger gun pointing as well. Just a fantastic celebration here. I think it's just forehand party all the way there. 1, 2, and she nicks it just out of reach from Powersnacks. And once again, Next Sunday have increased their lead to 5. And according to my notes, that is received by Maya Alicia, who has taken her second point from this game for Next Sunday.
Hey, bring her here, bring her here, bring her here. Bring her here. Bring her here. Come.
Powersnacks here, eager to bridge that gap. The stack seems very far away here, but dishes out a backhand high release. Plenty of movement, and the hug coming again once again. 2 defenders at her heels, jumps for it. Oh, and the second effort from the other teammate doesn't quite make it.
That was just so close. That was actually so close. It's truly a game of inches, my friends.
And you could hear from all the way here. You could hear the crowd just roaring. Oh man, what a great play there by Powersnacks. Just doesn't quite make it. And there we have Next Sunday with their clinical play as usual. Resetting when unsure, forwarding it, attacking that break side. Goes for the open now, switching things up. Not many deep options here. Looking for the reset. Oh wow, and what a placement, but doesn't quite make it there. A bit of a miscom, I believe.
It truly was a beautiful hug. Just misreading it. Next Sunday getting a tap on it, and Powersnacks nearly coming down with that disc.
I mean, I believe she already had her fingers on the disc. Don't you think so, Brian?
She did, but unable to just secure it. Streaking deep once again, and it just is too low. Not enough hang time for for her teammate. Looking for the reset. Just centers it with the inside shot. Singapore being ever so versatile. Break side, open side, center, break side, and score.
I mean, the plays here have really been all coming out for Next Sunday. Not using any far passes, but just close, clinical, short passes to medium passes, moving it all the way to the end zone. I certainly think Powersnacks have been trying many hugs so far, but unfortunately to no avail.
Look at that overhead grab from 16. Just putting it slightly wide, so Powersnacks does not have a play on that disc at all. And that brings them up to 9 against 3. Powersnacks has indeed been struggling to put another on the board ever since they had their back-to-back scores.
And once again, there is a heat break. But I must say the sun has certainly been less smiley right now currently. Not looking too hot at the moment, but it's a good thing. We just want these players to get their rest. And yes, absolutely, as Brian has said, next Sunday have certainly sealed the point there with their great play just now, and it looks like 6 points abreast. And Powersnacks have an even higher mountain to climb here. 6 whole points with 12 minutes on the clock, but still not impossible. Still not impossible. We've seen definitely some shining points from them with those back-to-back 2 and 3 points there. Really great creativity from the team, and they are not afraid to go long.
Now these two teams share very, very similar highlights, I would say, in a team. Barring the scoreline, both are pickup teams. Both think that all their teammates are equally a threat, and both are equally gunning to get the championship. But as we can see now, it's going to be an uphill task for Powersnacks to get into the final. But, well, we all love an underdog story, don't we?
Just good solid movement here. Oh, and unfortunately, everybody on the ground. 3 players from next Sunday and 2 from Powersnacks. We're going to see now if they're alright.
The disc just caught the wind a little, and 5 players were involved in that collision. Now I sure do hope the girls are alright.
I don't wish to say this, but they really do like dominoes, one after another, just collapsing. But we're hoping that they're alright, and the medics have come all the way to check them out. And it's looking like a bit of a nosebleed from the player there. But she is well taken care of by the medics, and we are sure she is in safe hands. A very unfortunate turn of events here, as one player from the Powersnacks has to take a rest and substitute. Just look at that forehand there. I think it was just a little bit, went a bit too short, and everyone just collapsed, unfortunately.
And we're back with possession going Powersnacks' way. Swings it to the middle. Looks for a break side option. These ladies are definitely not backing down from the physicality of this match. Beautiful grab. Powersnacks looking for their fourth. Just directing traffic a little. And an overhead hammer. Oh, and it just goes to ground.
I think it was a bit too bladey there. Very difficult to catch, I think, at that angle. And let's just have a look at it again. Decides on the hammer. I don't think it ever really comes horizontal.
It was a tricky one, definitely. And just a slight overthrow from next Sunday. With under 6 minutes left on the clock. Powersnacks. And getting it. Oh, what a run through D. The Powersnacks player did not quite attack the disc. And next Sunday just capitalized on that. Next Sunday with the beautiful flow. And they have players just waiting to receive it in the end zone. And they go double digits. 10-3 in next Sunday's favor.
I mean, next Sunday just looks rejuvenated here. Putting on a fantastic show on the run through D followed by the counter offense. Plenty of patience, and like I said, I think they love playing that small ball game, attacking the corners there, right? You have an easy look, sometimes the fake, and then either that backhand or forehand pass right into one of those corners there. Just very, very simple frisbee executed brilliantly.
It just comes down to the basics, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that came down to a conversation that me and Brian were having last night, talking about how important it is just to be fundamentally sound. We see some of these top teams, both in the men's division and the U24, when the team is just fundamentally sound, you can see how great the plays get, and all those spicy joes just naturally complement the foundation that they already have.
That is absolutely right, and that's how the Japanese Ultimate have risen through the ranks over the years. Singapore themselves are equally as good as grinding down the basics, just doing what needs to be done. Getting into spaces, throwing into spaces. And next Sunday almost got a hand to that. Powersnacks knocking the end zone once more. Almost releases it and dishes it and gets their fourth on the board. Yeah, that's right. All smiles all over. They're not too dejected with the scoreline. They just play 1 point after another.
I mean, it's great to see that, right? I think the mental game is probably one of the big deciders between an experienced team and an inexperienced team. You can see many of these teams, even when they're far behind, they're able to save some of their mentality there, keeping it strong, and even if they are quite a few points behind, are willing to push hard, minimize mistakes, and just put on their best game and best foot forward.
Now, if you were here in the venue, you would know that both teams have very, very strong sidelines. And they both believe that the true MVP of the team is the entire sideline. The best 8th player you could ever ask for. And definitely not the win. The win is definitely not one of them. And by that I mean WIND, just to clarify. So if you haven't already figured out the numbers behind next Sunday, it is actually ranked from the tall to their tallest player. The tall being their tall player being number 1 and their tallest being number 22.
Just a little cheeky addition to one of their jerseys. I think it's fantastic to see teams having fun, not just with the disc, but also when it comes to fashion as well. And look at that. Nice break throw there. Very, very central play here. Wow, solid play here. And is that it? That is it. And throws that disc away there. Fantastic in celebration. And that puts next Sunday at 11. And Powersnacks looking quite far behind here with 7 points to close the gap. They were just waiting for the opportunity to open up that mid space and just to get all that options there.
Just milking it in the end zone, as you can see her. Making sure she's in there and secures the catch.
And we are back with another heat break, and the sun has seemed to risen all over again. And the temperature certainly has been increasing in the last 15 minutes here. The clouds have parted probably, and we are hoping that everyone here is well hydrated and stays safe and healthy.
Let's see if Powersnacks can get 5 on the board. Great single-handed grab. Down the, wow! What a catch from Tracy in Powersnacks. Getting to Wan Yong. And a sick layout bit by next Sunday. How do they just defy gravity like that? moving down the field pretty quickly. Beautiful pass. Number 10 gets the disc and a little too wide. You could tell there was chemistry there by just her holding the disc for like less than a second, dishing it out there, knowing that her teammate was getting there. Powersnacks with a great breakthrow. And while there's intensity on the field, they are still equally as caring off the field. The Powersnacks players are just assisting her to get back to her feet. And we have Powersnacks just quickly going down a cross-field floater and lands 2 feet into the Powersnacks end zone, getting the 5th on the board.
Yeah, it's great and really refreshing to see Powersnacks fighting back there. And it was just great play there. Unfortunate for the injury, but other than that, just well all around from Powersnacks. In case if you're not sure what's going on at the moment, even though the time is already 0-0-0-0, and right now what we have is the +1 to the highest point. So 11 being the highest now, 12 will be the highest point that any team needs to hit. So next Sunday are just 1 away from sealing this match, while Powersnacks will need to score 8 in a row to win this and head on to the championship. And now next Sunday on the offense, looking to end this game as quickly as they can. Powersnacks will have to put up a fantastic defense here because this is their last chance here to put a stand against the Singapore Superhouse. There we have it, already off. Providing options, players from all sides gets the break. And another one. Oh, and she spills it, unfortunately. I believe she did have her hand on that one, just could not secure it in time. Powersnacks capitalizing immediately and goes for the long one. She runs it down. Can she get it? And still quite a few steps away from the disc.
Field 1 will be nomadic tribe versus tiny color. Field 2 will be freak show versus flash. Field 5 will be Arnold.
Great effort at the counter offense here. I really see Powersnacks going for all the long throws and Nut Sunday really keeping to the small passes. And I think that strategy has been rewarded in terms of next Sunday's small ball game. What do you think, Brian?
The quick passes have definitely worked in next Sunday's favor in this game. And there's a travel call.
I repeat, Field 1 will be nomadic strike versus Tangy
And
color.
Powersnacks have been
Field 2
eyeing their
will
long
be
throws,
freak show
just that
versus
perhaps
flash.
just not being able to connect
Field
on
5 will be
most of them,
Arnold versus
leading to a
Pancake.
wide scoreline.
Field 6 will be
But
Malaysia
the
Horse
scoreline
Girls
definitely
versus
does not
CC
reflect
Batman.
the
Field 7
skill
will be
level
Hardcore Ultimate
among
versus
these girls.
Arnold.
And there we have it.
Field 9 will
that final sky for the game.
I think it was a fantastic final point to close off the game there. She looks like she's going to go for the open, but just cuts off and hits for the break side. And I think that throw there is just great in recognizing that space. Places it in perfectly. You can see there, she's moving, and then suddenly there, she's moving all the way to the break. And look at that space just go out high and wide. And it's just a fantastic play all along from next Sunday here. And that gives you the final score today of 13-5. And I believe 12-5, I'm so sorry, 12-5. And we see next Sunday become candidates for the championship title of the Trio Invitational Women's Division.
It has definitely been a privilege bringing you this live stream all the way in Putrajaya. I'm Brian, and alongside me is Jushin, signing off. Thank you.